10:25 a.m. on Tuesday, 7th of February. Other members of the committee, I'll let them introduce themselves, or Councillor Bajan, do you want to go first?
Dave Bajan from Romsey.
Katie Thornborough, Petersfield.
Jenny Gawthrop Wood, King's Hedges.
Katie Porra, Market Ward.
Jennifer Pagecroft, Queen Edith.
Naomi Bennett, Abbey Ward.
Thank you, councillors and officers. Permanently at the table of this meeting are, excuse me, Interim Development and Planning Compliance Manager Toby Williams, Legal Advisor Keith Barber, Committee Manager James Goddard, Producer Chris Connor. Other officers and public speakers will join us throughout the course of the meeting, and I will introduce them at the start of relevant agenda items. Housekeeping. Copies of the agenda can be found on the City Council's website under committee meetings, minutes and agendas, also in this room for people who have attended in person. Please try and refer to specific page numbers within the agenda if you're referring to a specific paragraph or plan. And also it's useful to refer to the item number also for those of us like me that are online. Can I remind all of those present of the importance of using the microphones and at all times when speaking, please speak close to and clearly into the microphone. Please ensure that you have switched off or silenced any other devices you have so that they do not interrupt the proceedings. When you're invited to address the meeting, please make sure your microphone is switched on. When you finish addressing the meeting, please turn off your microphone immediately. Speak slowly and clearly, and please do not talk over or interrupt anyone else. If anyone has any problems hearing me throughout the meeting, please alert me by waving their hands or advising a council officer. We aim to take a 30-minute lunch break sometime between noon and 2 p.m. Please can those present in the council chamber note that everything on your desk, including your laptop screen, is likely to be broadcast at some point. The camera follows the microphone being switched on, so councillors and officers are requested to wait a couple of seconds before speaking to allow the camera to catch up. Please raise your hand if you wish to speak. Please can those participating in the meeting via the live stream indicate that you wish to speak via the chat column or raised hand option. Please do not use the chat column for any other purpose. The meeting chat is neither confidential nor private and can be subject to an FOI DPA request, so that's Freedom of Information or Data Protection Act request. Please make sure that your device is fully charged and that you switch your microphone off unless you're invited to speak. Please use a headset if available when speaking and hold the microphone close to your mouth. Could public speakers turn their cameras off until we come to the application we have registered you to speak about? If a report officer drops out from the committee due to poor broadband signal, the senior officer present will take over their presentation or report and respond to questions. The process for each planning application will be the case officer will give a brief introduction to his or her report. Registered public speakers will then be invited to have their say. There will be 3 minutes for those speaking in support and 3 minutes for those speaking against unless I'm advised otherwise. The committee manager will ring a bell when you have about 30 seconds remaining. Once public speakers have addressed the committee, their speaking time is over. Public speakers are unable to join in with the council debate. The committee will then discuss and debate the item and may ask questions of the case officer. At the end of the deliberation, I will ask members to vote on the officer's recommendation by a show of hands. Only those present in the chamber can vote or propose or second recommendations. For the comfort of councillors, officers and the public, I may choose to call short breaks during the proceedings. If councillors or officers require a break at any point, please indicate to me and I will halt proceedings at the next convenient opportunity. On to agenda item 3. Oh no, apologies. So I believe Councillor Collis is arriving later due to another thing she had to do, about 10:30-ish, I think, so maybe quite soon. And Councillor Dryden, is there apologies?
No apologies or
I'll have to check. I think there may have been apologies from Councillor Dryden, but he's not here anyway. Anyway, we're quorate. We've got 7 members of the committee, so we're all good. So moving on to agenda item 3, declarations of interest. Anybody? Councillor Porra.
Thank you, Chair. Just to note, I've been contacted by various stakeholders for the King's College one, which I forwarded on to officers and have not taken a view, and because obviously it's just next to my ward, so we've had some contact, but it's been dealt with by Councillor Bick and Councillor Gilderdale, not myself, so my discretion is unfettered.
Thank you, councillor. Councillor Pagecroft.
Thank you, Chair. This first item is in my ward, but I have kept away from it, so I'm totally unfettered about it.
Thank you, councillor. Councillor Bajent.
Member of CAM Cycling Campaign, Chair.
Thank you, councillor.
And I was contacted by King's College as well, but I suppose all of us have been.
I think we all had an email, didn't we, from the architect, is that correct? The one you're referring to? Several, I guess, yeah. Okay, thank you. That's normal, no difference there. These are big items. Thank you. Okay, agenda item 4, minutes, they are to follow, so we don't need to address the minutes on this meeting. They will follow to a further meeting. So agenda item 5 is the first planning item of the day, Adiva Court. So the case officers, Charlotte Spencer, and we have speakers, Philip as an objector, Alan Agent, and Councillor Davies, Ward Councillor. So we'll have the presentation first, as I said. So Charlotte, you're here. Hello, good morning. So if you're ready to present the item then, Charlotte, I think you're on mute at the moment, when you're ready.
Can you confirm that you can hear me and see my
Yeah, so
presentation?
Charlotte, I can hear you, but it's not really loud enough. So if you can
Okay.
shout into a microphone or make it closer to your mouth.
Is that a bit better?
Not good enough still.
How about now?
I think that may be good enough. How about, can everybody hear in the chamber? Yeah? Just really project your voice, Charlotte,
Okay.
if you can. And
Yeah,
keep it
I'll
up
try.
through the presentation. I'll have to stop you if I can't hear.
That's fine. I am a bit full of cold, so if my voice does go a bit, apologies in advance, please just stop me. So this
Just
is
before
an
you start,
application-
Charlotte, so
Yeah.
Councillor Collins has arrived. We haven't started the item yet, so Councillor Collins can engage in debate in this item. Are you ready, okay to start, Councillor Collins? So you just sort of skipped into the room. I'll give you a chance to get settled. So, the presentation hasn't started yet, so we're all good to include Councillor Collins in the presentation, the consideration of this item. So, Charlotte, when you're ready.
Okay, so yeah, the application's at Adiva Court. They are applying for construction of a single-storey extension at roof level, comprising 3 self-contained residential flats, including the provision of car parking, cycle parking, and associated works. It has been called into committee due to third-party representations, which are contrary to officer recommendations. Just as some updates, an amended site plan was received showing the correct garden area of number 3 Adiva Court. This had been raised by an objector. No changes to the existing flats are proposed as part of this application, and so this is
Okay,
for
Charlotte, I think you'll
clarification.
have to stop a minute. We can't hear you well enough in the chamber for this item to be considered at the moment. So just hold on a tick, see if we can sort anything out here. Maybe the speakers aren't working properly. So we just have a... So we're just going to stop for 5 minutes until we can get it sorted and we'll come back. So just hold on. Chris, if you can make us turn the live signal off for 5 minutes, thanks.